Hi friends, I'm here today with another story. It's been, I don't know, maybe last 30, 40 years. I used to hear it on radio and I remember, याद रख सिकंदर के हौसले तो आली थे, जब गया था दुनिया से दोनों हाथ खाली थे. So this is about the great king Alexander today. Alexander, after conquering so many kingdoms and cities and countries, was returning back home. On the way, he fell ill and it took him to his deathbed. With death staring at him in his face all the time, Alexander realized that now it's the time. All his conquests, his great army, his sharp sword, all his wealth were of no consequence. Now he no longed, to reach home to see his mother's face, but he had to accept the fact that his sinking health would not permit him to reach his distant homeland, and he had accepted it that he will not. So this mighty Alexander, the king, the conqueror, lay prostrate and pale, helpless, waiting for his last breath. He called his generals and said, I will depart from the world soon, and I have these three wishes. Please carry them out once I'm no more. And tears flowing down their cheeks, the generals agreed to abide by the king's last wishes and do as he was to tell them. My first desire is that, said Alexander the Great, my physicians alone must carry my coffin. He meant all his doctors and all his medical team. So my physicians alone must carry my coffin was the first thing. As he was ill and pale, after a pause of 2-3 minutes, again he continued. Secondly, I desire that when my coffin is being carried to the grave, the path leading to the graveyard should be of gold, silver, precious stones which I have collected in my treasury. Generals again looked at him and said yes. The king felt exhausted as he was very ill. Again he took a few minutes, took some rest, and then again he continued. My third and last wish is that both my hands be kept dangling out of my coffin. The people who had gathered there wondered at the king's wishes and said, it's very strange. What is he saying? But no one dared because he was the king. And Alexander's favorite general, as we say, right hand, came close to him, took his hand in his hand and he kissed it. And he put his hand to his heart and said, O king, O my lord, I assure you that all your wishes will be fulfilled. But tell us, why did you make such strange wishes? Hearing this, Alexander, who was on his last moments, took a deep breath and said, I would like the world to know of these three lessons I have learnt in my life. 1. I want my physicians to carry my coffin because people should realize that no doctor on this earth can really cure anybody. They are powerless and cannot save a person from the clutches of death. So let not people take life and their health for granted. The second wish of gold, silver, diamonds to be there on my path to the graveyard is to tell people that not even a fraction of gold will come with me. I spent all my life greed of power, earning riches, but cannot take anything with me. Let people realize that it is a sheer waste of time to chase wealth. Wealth is important, yes it is, but I was just chasing it like mad. Now comes the third and the main. Again he was ill, so he was exhausted. He took some time and continued and said, my third and last wish is both my hands dangling out of my coffin. I wish people to know that I came empty-handed into this world, and empty-handed I go out of this world. And these were the last words, and he closed his eyes. This is what I said when I started this story. याद रख सिकंदर के हौसले तो आली थे, जब गया था दुनिया से दोनों हाथ खाली थे. Now, what do we understand from this story? What I understand is that we should remember that our health is in our own hands and we should look after it. Wealth is very important, very, very meaningful. But if you can share it and enjoy it and cherish it, this is the main thing now. What you do for yourself dies with you, but what you do for others will live forever, will always live. So, guys, this was about the great King Alexander, and we should try and listen to this again and again so that we don't forget the reality of life. So, guys, have a good day, take care of yourself, and I'll soon be back with some other lovely story for all of y'all. Because Alexander was a true fighter, a king, his favorite line used to be, "I'm not afraid of any army of lions led by a sheep. I'm not afraid of any army of lions led by a sheep. I'm afraid of an army of sheeps led by a lion." So that's what Alexander was all about.